Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm participating in the Falloween collaboration hosted by Martina from The Secret Craft Room and Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling. Now unfortunately I didn't get all my projects done, so I thought I would share some of my last year's Glam Halloween projects that I did. So let's get started. So here is some of my Glam Halloween decor. This is all store-bought. And I decided last year to make a few more pieces that would coordinate with everything in here. So I did want to make some candles for these candelabras. And I want to make some black and white and black and silver and something with bling. Now, what I'm starting on here is some candles that I'm going to be making from used toilet paper rolls. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to rip these. Now, these are going to be 3 different sizes for the height of the candle. So the reason I'm ripping it is because I want it to make it look like it has been melted down. Okay, the next thing I'm doing is taking some hot glue and I'm going to make all that little wax melt coming down. And I'm going to go around the whole candle with this, and I'll probably have to do a few more times to make it just a little bit thicker. All right, they are done now, and I've painted them black. And I'm just going to take one of my bristle brushes here, and I'm using a dry brush just with some white paint. And I'm going to be highlighting the wax on here. Now I know the wax would normally be black, but you know, you gotta highlight it a little bit, otherwise you can't see all the details that you did. All right, I'm going to continue on painting this one, and then I will get the other 5 done. Now that they're all done, I want to be using these as candles, so I've got to put some votive candles in here. So I cut out these little circles of cardboard that fit inside, and these little battery operated votive candles I got off of Amazon, and they were white. I went ahead and painted them black because if you get them black, they cost more. And I need to go ahead and get all the little circles put inside the rest of them and put the candles in. Now my next project is this pumpkin. I actually have 2 of these. I got these from the Goodwill many years ago, and I finally decided to do something with them. I'm going to paint it black and white. Now where this chunky glitter is, that's going to be black and the orange is going to be white. And I kind of like it the way it is, having every other section being a little textured. All right, now that that is done, you can see that I painted the stem black and the leaf white. The next thing I'm doing is I'm taking some more of the black paint, and while it's wet, I'm going to put some of this black glitter on it. So here's how it turned out. Now I'm not liking this leaf just being solid white. So I'm going to take some of the black paint and put it on here. And then I'm going to rub some of it off. And then I'm going to go in and take the black paint and go along the veins here. Actually, I don't like that. I just say take a much smaller paintbrush and make them thinner. It was just a little too thick. I'm just going to tap off a little more of it there. Just using a damp piece of paper towel. I wasn't liking the way that looked. Kind of fix it. All right, there we go. Now they need to be dressed up just a little bit. But before I do that, I think I'm going to outline the ridges here on the stem. I need to do a little bit of a touch up there. There we go. Now that everything is dry, I'm going to go outside and put a clear coat on here so all the glitter will stay on. You can use either kind. I also have this matte one. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the gloss one to make it shiny. All right, now that it's done, I'm gonna glam it up a little bit. I have this black feather trim. I think I got it, I can't remember where I got it. I also have some lace. I think you can find stuff like that at Hobby Lobby or on Amazon. I have some pieces of pearls here. And I'm just going to start hot gluing pieces on. Now I like this to define the sections here. So I definitely want to hot glue the pearl strands on. All right, I have all the pearl beads on. Now I want to go ahead and glue on the feathers. There we go. And now I want to add some of these little pearl lace pieces. There we go. I think that looks so pretty. But you know what? I don't like those gaps in there, so I'm going to take some of my pearl pieces and hot glue them in between. I'm going to use these bigger ones first here. All right. Now I did go ahead and add some smaller pearls in here, as you can see. I think that looks so pretty. Now my next project, I'm using these two Dollar Tree pumpkins. I got the bigger size and then the smaller size with the sections. I'm going to be taking off the raffia bow, and I'm going to be doing some Mod Podging on with some scrapbook paper. The first thing I'm going to do is paint the stem on here black, because we're doing black and white. And I'm going to go ahead and go around the edges with the black. Now I have this cute spider web paper that I printed off from Creative Fabrica, and I'm just going to Mod Podge it on. And I will try to find all my papers that I used here, and I will have the links down below if you're interested. Now you can see I'm placing this where I still have that little bit of black on the outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the other side on. And if you get wrinkles, all you have to do is use an iron on it, or I have a small mini iron that I use, and I also have a heat gun, and that does get your wrinkles out. Okay, now I have gone ahead and painted the small pumpkin with the black, and I want to go ahead and glue it on first here to the larger pumpkin. So I'm going to put lots of glue on here. And then I'll go ahead and clamp it down, and I usually wait about 3 hours. All right, now that that is done, I have some other papers here that I printed off, and I cut my sections. And what I like to do is I just take the paper over the section with my finger, and it gives you your outline of it when you turn it over, and then you just cut it out. Now you could go ahead and leave this as it is, but I'm going to add a few more details to it. All right, so I have these little roses here, and of course they're not the right color, so all you have to do is paint them. I'm going to be painting these black. All right, now I need to add some more details. I have some of this tulle from the Dollar Tree. I think it looks like snowflakes. I always have it out with the Christmas stuff. I think it's great for Halloween too. So I'm just cutting a piece and bunching it up and taking some wire and twisting it. And I'm going to cut the excess wire off. And then I'm just going to be cutting into each side here and just rag it up. All right, so let's go ahead and glue the feathers down first. Again, I'm going to show you that I got it off of my little feather trim here. And I think it's just a little bit too big, so I'm going to cut a few pieces off. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down now. Then I'm going to take a piece of that tulle and glue it on top of the feathers. And then I have these little black leaves that came off of a Halloween pick. I'm going to glue that on top of the tulle. And then another piece of the tulle on top of the leaves. And then I want to go ahead and use those other two pieces of the feathers. Just add one right here. And add the other one over here. All right, and then my roses here, I went ahead and added some white to the top so you can see the rose petals. I'm just going to hot glue those down. Okay. And there we go. But you know what? I decided I want to add a couple more things. I just can't help myself. So I have these little pitberry twists, and they were brown, and I painted it black, so it'll be black and white. And I'm just going to hot glue them in. Oops. Let's go and get that other one in. Just gotta tweak it just a little bit. All right, and that is it. And I went ahead and made this piece here so it can sit up. This is just from an old picture frame, just hot glued it on so it can stand just like that. So here's how everything looks. I kept a few of my other decor pieces here. I think these look so pretty. Now don't go away because I'm not done yet. I'm going to be doing a couple more projects. So here's a picture frame that I got from Goodwill. And I just painted it black and added some silver to it. And I have these little skulls here that I'm going to cut in half. Now be careful when you use your X-Acto knife because they are super sharp. And for some reason this little section right here is much thicker, so I gotta use my scissors. Get that little last piece done there. Right, there we go. So I'm going to be adding my skulls in here like this. And I've printed off some paper from Creative Fabrica, and I have my piece of cardboard here that I'm going to Mod Podge it on. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to use. I kind of like this one. And I like the Harlequin. Let's kind of stick it back here. You can kind of see it better. I kind of like that one. And I also like this one too. It's hard to decide. Alright, so I'm going to be taking my silver metallic paint here and painting the skulls. All right, now that they're done, I want to go ahead and add this little glitter paint. All right, now that that is done, I want to add some embellishments. We are going to glam these little skull heads up. So I'm going to take some of my pearls and we're going to put those inside the eye sockets. Just like that. And I have these little stickers. I thought this looks kind of like a crown almost. So we're going to put this one on here. This is going to be the female version. Just going to hot glue it on. Or a little tiara. I guess more of a tiara, right? And I also have some of these little rhinestones. And I'm going to add it to the tiara here. Is it tiara or tiara? It's tiara, right? And it looks cute. And I added some more around the eyes, as you can see, some smaller ones. And this is the other one. I added another sticker up there and some more of the smaller, did a little design there. I think that looks so cute. Not too scary anymore. Now I have all these other little pearl stickers here. And I'm going to use my B7000. They do have adhesive on the back, but sometimes these just don't stick that well. And I want to go ahead and add some on here to the frame just to bling it up a little more. So I'm going to be using the bigger size first in the corners. Oops, get on there. Goodness gracious. There we go. And then I'm going to use the next size down. It kind of slides around a little bit with the glue, so you kind of have to play with it. And we're going to go the next size down, add a few more. There we go. And let's finish on the top here. Looks like I need to fix that a little bit. It moved. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and finish the other corners. Now, I want to go ahead and Mod Podge the paper on that I picked. Just get it lined up. Get it smoothed out. There we go. And I think I'm going to put the skulls on kind of like that. Still got to smooth it out a little bit more. Alright, so this is what I did with the frame. You can see I added some of my rhinestones there and some more pearls on the outside of the filigree. Now I just need to glue the skulls on. And I'm just going to use some hot glue for that. Okay, there we go. All right, for my next project, I have these owls, which I like them the way they are. They're from a fall collection, but we're going to make them more Halloweenish. So they're going to get painted black. I know they look like wood, but they're actually resin. They're just painted to look like that. I've been trying to find some more owls at the thrift stores. I cannot find any owls because I'd like to do some more. All right, got my metallic paint, my silver metallic paint, and I'm just taking a dry brush and I'm just going to go ahead and do some details here along the owl. I'm going to go around his eyes and his beak. I'm just going to go along his feathers here, on his wings. And his little tail. Go on top here. And on the feet. I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines in with a thin paintbrush here that I'm going to use. Okay, and I'm going to do something different for the eye. Now I'm going to use these bigger rhinestones here that I have. I just got this package of rhinestones from Walmart. I think there's 4 different sizes in here. This is the largest one. Just going to hot glue them on. It's got to have some blingy eyes. There we go. Now I want to add some more details on here. So I have these, I did the smaller one to show you how I did this one, and you just get these in pearls or in rhinestones. You can even get black colored pearls, and I get them from Amazon. I'll have the link down below. And I want to do it to the larger owl too. So I went ahead and did this off camera because, you know, these, I have to admit, these are very difficult to get off and have them not stick to each other, especially the bigger pieces. But I'll show you a smaller piece here that I'm going to do. And you can see that I'm cutting this one in half. I'm not using the whole thing on here. I'm just going to attach it right here. So you just kind of make your own pattern with it, is what I did. See how it's kind of sticking? The bigger ones is a little more difficult to deal with. Sometimes I will cut them up into pieces and then do it that way so they don't stick to each other, because I am having a little bit of a problem here with this one. And this is a smaller piece to deal with. Okay, now I'm also going to take some of these rhinestones here and hot glue some pieces on. I'm going to put one here at this end, like so. And let's see what else I want to use. Let's pull some over here. How about we put one right there? and one right here. I'm going to continue putting more of the rhinestones on. Okay, gotta get all these little strings off, but I think this is looking really pretty. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do to it. And here's the little baby one. Now here is some of my decor that I like to use, and I think everything I made here in the video is going to coordinate really nicely. So I went ahead and put my candles on my candelabras. And there I added the little picture frame. You might notice a raven right there. I added one of my black and white pumpkins, and I have my cute little snow globe with my Harlequin skull in there. And there's the owls. And I went ahead and added in the other pumpkin and some of the potion bottles. And of course one of my, and I think it's a cute rat, I really do, off to the right. Now I substituted the pumpkin on the top for the one that I made with the Dollar Tree pumpkins. And I added a few black flowers that have some silver on it. All right, let's go ahead and take a closer look at everything. And I know a lot of people have asked me where I got the busted lady. She is from Home Goods. I got her a few years ago. I'm always going to try to find another statuette that you can make like that with the mask on. And the spell book up there is from Pier 1 that I got many years ago. And also my Harlequin skull snow globe thing is from Home Goods from a few years ago. And I got those little rats from my local grocery store a few years back. And I think the potion bottles, can't remember. I think they might be from Home Goods. All right, my sweet friends, that's going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. And please be sure to check out everybody's video. The playlist link is down below. And I also have Martina and Dawn's channel links listed down there too. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.